If crowds drain you while others feel energized, there's a simple reason, and it has nothing to do with being antisocial. If you've ever felt overwhelmed in a crowd while everyone else seems to flourish, it may be because your brain is wired differently. Science now confirms this. You're not damaged. You're simply built in a way most people will never fully grasp. Have you ever stepped into a packed mall and felt like the volume of life was suddenly cranked to the maximum? Harsh fluorescent lights strain your eyes, strangers brush past as if you don't exist, and a constant buzz of chaos tightens your chest. You look around and everyone else appears relaxed, laughing, shopping, enjoying themselves. Meanwhile, you're standing there like a malfunctioning NPC, counting the seconds until you can leave. Here's the truth. You're not broken. You're not antisocial, and you're certainly not strange. Your brain simply experiences reality on an entirely different frequency. Let me explain. Number 5. Your nervous system processes more than most. Most people have a built-in mental filter. It works like noise-canceling headphones for daily life. They enter a crowd, and their brain automatically blocks out the crying baby, the loud phone call, the mix of food smells and perfume. But your brain doesn't filter. It captures everything in ultra-high definition with surround sound. Psychologists refer to this as a highly sensitive nervous system. You don't just notice details, you absorb them. Every fragment of conversation, every facial shift, every subtle change in emotional energy. It's like trying to drink from a fire hose while everyone else takes small sips. No wonder even a short social event leaves you drained. Research shows that highly sensitive people process sensory input up to 30% more deeply than average. Your brain is working at full capacity while others coast on autopilot. That mental fatigue you feel isn't weakness. It's your mind working overtime. And here's what rarely gets mentioned. This heightened awareness once helped our ancestors survive. While others ignored small signals, people like you noticed them first. Your sensitivity isn't a flaw, it's an advantage. You're not too sensitive, you're exactly sensitive enough. And here's the twist. This isn't a weakness. It's a strength most people don't have the capacity to manage. Number 4. You're not drained by people. You're drained by inauthenticity. Crowds aren't just physically overwhelming, they're emotionally tiring. In large groups, people perform. Fake laughs at unfunny jokes, forced smiles when asked how they're doing. The automatic, "I'm fine," when they're anything but. And you notice it instantly. The micro-expressions, the tension in someone's voice, the energy that doesn't match their words. It's not that you dislike people. You dislike pretending. You dislike small talk that goes nowhere. You dislike shallow interactions that feel empty. Psychologists call this social masking fatigue. It explains why you choose one deep conversation at 2 a.m. over 10 surface-level gatherings. Your mind craves depth, not noise. In a world obsessed with appearances, that makes you rare. Research suggests that people who avoid crowds often score higher in emotional intelligence. Translation? You're not socially awkward. You're socially selective. You don't need dozens of acquaintances. You need a few genuine connections. That's not antisocial. That's wisdom. For you, solitude isn't loneliness. It's honesty. It's the one place where you don't have to perform, filter yourself, or shrink to fit someone else's comfort. Number 3, your brain chemistry works differently. This is where it gets interesting. Scientists have found that introverts and crowd-averse individuals have dopamine differences compared to extroverts. Dopamine is the reward chemical. For extroverts, social interaction triggers dopamine release, making them feel energized and alive. Your brain releases much less in those situations. Instead, you become overstimulated. It's your brain signaling overload, too much input, time to step back. That's why crowds don't recharge you. They deplete you. But here's the key difference. Your brain relies more on acetylcholine, a chemical linked to deep thinking, reflection, and creativity. While others need stimulation to feel alive, You need quiet to access your best ideas. You're not antisocial. You're chemically wired for depth, not distraction. Neuroscientists have also found that introverted brains often contain more gray matter in the prefrontal cortex, the region responsible for complex thinking and decision-making. So when you're alone and seemingly doing nothing, your brain is actually doing its most important work. You're not wasting time. You're processing life at a deeper level. That's not isolation. That's incubation. And that's why quiet moments feel powerful to you. Late-night drives with soft music, empty cafes in the early morning, silent walks in nature where the only sound is your breath. Those moments aren't boring. They're where your mind finally resets. Number 2, you absorb emotions, and that's a strength. Have you ever walked into a room and instantly felt something was off, even though everyone was smiling? The tension, the unspoken conflict, the heaviness in the air. That's hyper-empathy. Your brain mirrors the emotions around you. In crowded spaces, you're not just managing your own feelings. You're absorbing everyone else's stress, excitement, frustration, and sadness at the same time. It's like tuning into every radio station at once. No wonder you need space. But here's the gift. This makes you deeply emotionally intelligent. You understand people beyond words. You sense what's hidden. You feel what's unsaid. And that is rare. Number 1, you're not avoiding life. You're protecting your peace. Society glorifies being busy, loud, and constantly surrounded by people. If you're not everywhere, you're labeled boring or antisocial. But here's the truth they rarely admit. Choosing peace over chaos takes courage. You've understood something many people spend their lives running from. Silence isn't empty. It's full of clarity, full of creativity, full of self-awareness. Your solitude isn't loneliness. It's self-connection. It's where you think clearly, feel deeply, and live authentically. You're not missing out. You're opting out of a game that was never designed for people like you. And that takes strength. So next time someone asks why you're so quiet, or why you don't go out more, just smile. They don't realize you experience the world differently. You see deeply. You feel deeply. And in a world that never stops shouting, your quiet matters. You're not broken. You're built different. And that's exactly what the world needs more of. So tell me, do you avoid crowded places, or do you thrive in chaos? Drop a comment. If this resonated, subscribe. We go deeper every day. And hit like so others who feel this way can finally find their people.